Okay.
Hold on. Let me do that now. Put those over here. Oops. We are live, Mr. Joe.
Hey,
We are
Brad, how you doing,
live.
buddy?
Dude, chaos day. Wife has
Hell
a
yeah.
migraine. Kids are out of school. Playing Mr.
Yep.
Mom. Running the biz. Entered
Yeah.
into about $2.1 million in trades last night.
Nice. So you stayed busy.
All inside of like 10 minutes with all that dump yesterday. So
Yeah, well, let's just start there. Again, it looks like Evergrande FUD again. There was one article written in a Daily Sabah, which is a Kurdish newspaper. Ethnicity in around northern Iraq, eastern Turkey, northwest Iran. We all know who the Kurds are. But it was one article that said it defaulted, and then everybody picked it up. And then it was running that they defaulted, and then another article started coming out. Everybody was saying they made the payments. So again, I think we were talking about this yesterday, stop loss liquidity hunting.
Yeah.
To me, that's exactly what happened again. And because they can take that argument anywhere. They start talking about Tether and its commercial paper holdings when nobody knows how much of that is really Chinese commercial paper or how much is actually Evergrande. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
So it looks like it was just another opportunity to come in and acquire cheap.
Yeah.
So, I made a couple of moves yesterday in response. I pulled out of some of the pools just because, when prices dip, all of a sudden your token numbers go up in the marquee token that's paired with the platform token.
Right.
So I saw I was up on like Route, Matrix, and Curve. And so I just pulled out yesterday out of those pools completely just to settle down for a second.
Yeah.
And, I'm going back in today. But it was just a matter of, well, look, token numbers are up. We know it's going to rebound. So why sit in the pool for the rebound when the token number will go back down?
Yeah.
As the price goes up. So
I spent all after. I didn't even touch my shit. I spent all afternoon working on
everybody else's
client trades that were and DCAing. I don't know. I think I was dealing with 150 plus trades at one point. So it was a little chaotic, but I survived, and we're coming out of it. So it's all good.
Yeah, we're back at like 47.55 on ETH. I mean, you could see the buys at 9:30 today. There was pretty heavy volume on comparable volume at that point buying.
Right.
So I feel like this stuff happens all the time, but I think somebody mentioned in one chat that November, the 10th of the month is the day of the month these Evergrande payments are always due.
Oh.
So we need to think about that next month. When we start coming up on December 10, let's start talking around the 5th about different strategies.
Yeah. Are the Chinese going to let that default anyway? I mean, at the end of the day, isn't that just too big to fail?
They're not going to let it default.
Exactly.
They'll take it over. Or have an state-owned enterprise take it over,
right?
Or do anything to keep it from defaulting.
Exactly.
So many people have bought purchase contracts in those developments. Chinese citizens that are basically protesting in front of Evergrande headquarters. Real estate. Ever since I was over there a lot back in like 2006 to 2010, this has been you want to talk about a house of cards in real estate. I used to see whole towns where I'd go look at sites because I was doing real estate development there. And, they just clear out like 400 square acres and just move everybody. And here's a site ready to build. And they throw buildings up because it employs the migrant labor.
Right.
And they send the money back to their hometowns. So, and also when they can't have that 400 to 500 million person group, at least that, it's probably bigger, running around, it's probably a couple 100 million actually, doing all this construction and migrant labor, and all of a sudden run out of money and go hungry.
Yep.
And then all the middle class that bought the condos get gutted too. It's just, when the CCP came to power, it was on an agrarian revolution because people were starving in the countryside. So they stormed the cities. That's the biggest fear that the CCP has because, they want to keep people fed.
They don't want to have the same shit happen to them.
So I think it's a combination. They won't let it go down, but at the same time, they are rolling out that central bank token, digital yuan version. So just what they've been doing in crypto the last 6 months, I think it kind of helps their narrative right now to, kind of FUD on crypto to get people to like dump. so that they can get their stuff under control.
Yeah.
But, let's just keep watching this every month, see what happens.
Yeah. So in the meantime, God says no Bitcoin for Indonesian Muslims, which to me just.
Well, it's not a debt instrument, so I don't get why.
I don't either. And the excuses they use are just silly and lame. Some people are speculating that it has something to do with the Indonesian central bank thinking about launching what? A centralized currency. There you go. Right? We don't want the common man getting some Bitcoin, so we want them using our thing that we can control them and monitor them and force them to spend. And so look, I'm not going to go in my religious
let's stay off that
rant, but all I can say is if your God's worried about Bitcoin, you got bigger problems. So
again, I think it's just like you said. This is the Chinese roadmap, basically.
Yeah.
Come in and flood it and give a reason for everybody to dump it, and declaring it. I guess haram is the Indonesian word for bad.
Yeah, I think it's like the Muslim religious term for it. I have zero.
Because I was looking at a lot of those Sharia compliant platforms in the Gulf Coast area a few years back, and I learned that like charging interest, I think, is against the religion.
Yeah.
So you have different types of instruments, and to be certified, you have to do that. So I get it. Interest. I mean, I like getting interest myself, but I certainly don't like paying it.
No.
And there are a lot of loan to own type groups out there, and people that want to get you compromised. Think about gambling, betting, all of that, and then they just work you to the bone because then you're owned.
Yeah.
So I could see that argument, but I don't know. This is a little much for me. I think it's more in line with what you said.
Yeah. Look, I mean, God has been used for centuries to manipulate people financially. So this wouldn't be the first time.
No. And all the gods, whatever.
Exactly. Oh yeah, it doesn't. It's not.
Use them all.
Yeah. All of them have been used by men to manipulate people.
Yes, exactly.
All right. There was something else. Did you see that video yesterday? I'm a little disappointed in my ENS this morning. I was hoping for another pump run, but I guess off that dip, I'll wait for it. So, did you see? I'm trying to find that video of the plane, a commercial jet, a passenger jet, where they ripped out all the seats and loaded it full of Bitcoin miners. Flying back from China.
Oh no, I didn't see that, but it makes sense. I mean, there's a lot of that equipment is coming to the U.S. right now.
Yeah. Here it is. Hold on, I'll load this up. This is opportunity flying away from China
to the U.S.
To the U.S. Yeah, evidently. I don't know that for sure, but I've somebody said it was.
I would speculate that because I've run into some of my contacts there. It's obviously everybody knows it's super organized and in the sense of at the top. And there's just even back during the pandemic, most of the commercial air traffic was planes flying. I know pilots that have been doing this, flying out of China loaded up with gear to take it somewhere. So when it was back then, it was, what was it, PPE or whatever, the medical equipment stuff.
Oh yeah. The masks and cloaks and everything. Yeah, absolutely.
So they were so I think what's happened now is when they shut down all these miners, now the people that were investors or controllers or whatever you would call it, the people who really controlled the scene there, they're moving it out. People are buying it. People are partnering.
I'm just wondering why they couldn't find a cargo plane. I mean, literally, they have these all on seats. I thought they took the seats out, but now I'm looking at it. They actually have the boxes in the seats.
Well, what does that look like to you? What kind of plane? It doesn't look like a.
Somebody said it was a
Boeing 777.
Yeah, somebody said they were renting Boeing 777s and maybe 737s in another article I read. But it's just astounding.
Yeah, I don't. I guess I don't really. understand the strategy of that. I think this is a bit much in regards to if you're launching a central bank token.
Right.
Because, look, these guys, I mean, unless it was the money, the capital flight issue that they're been having trouble with for 15 years. Because, it's like you don't have to go buy an old master and, smuggle that out, or you don't have to try to move gold or diamonds. You're just carrying a friggin' stick, or you're carrying a paper key and you're out. I mean, even back then, the most prosperous ones, particularly the government guys, were moving out like half their money and, parking their kid and their mom and their wife in, a lot of times South Florida. You look at all these private schools around here, they're filled with, well, not filled, but there's quite a few well-to-do Chinese people in these schools.
Yeah.
And so it was their risk thing, and they wanted to come here. So they're just waiting. So they move half of it out. This is like 10 years ago. And then they move a little, and then eventually the guy goes on a trip, doesn't come back, and leaves whatever else is there.
Yeah.
So, and if you do that in the US, obviously you bring enough money, you get green cards, you get, you buy your big house, you got cash in the banks. And then then you got the banks and the military protecting your money.
Yeah.
So it makes total sense to me doing it. And this would be the easiest way to move money. So I suspect that that's also part of this thing from the Chinese perspective.
Yep, absolutely. So upcoming real quick, I'm interviewing founders of Vfat Tools. They've launched a new platform called 100 Finance, which is a lending platform. And from what I understand so far, I haven't done my initial deep dive research here. What I understand so far is the goal of the way the system works, they are not allowing looped lending. In other words, they're not allowing you to say put up $50,000 in DAI, take a $30,000 loan, and then put the $30,000 back in and take another loan. And so they're not allowing that because they want, the reasoning behind it, they said, was that they want to stop the downward pressure on the rewards token that they're providing. And they didn't stop, they started it completely this way. So the idea was we want our rewards token to actually have value. And so in order to do that, we're not going to encourage kind of gross levels of of dumping of their token that come in as rewards,
emissions, distribution. Yeah. No, I noticed that, DeFi did something like that yesterday too. They basically are burning 20% of the token supply.
Yeah.
And completely. And then they went into the governance for the seed and early stage private investors, and they had a vote there, and they changed the vesting schedule from 6 months to 2 years.
Holy shit.
So there's some, pissed off early stage guys that just found out about it, but everybody voted it. So
wow. Wait a minute. That doesn't impact my current VP.
No, DeFi's good because we just cut the token supply by 25%.
Oh, that's awesome. But I don't want to be locked in with this VDeFi for 2 years. I wasn't locked in at all.
No. This is the people that did the very early seed invest.
See, I did that. Oh, the seed invest. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I did the pre-launch pools. I wasn't a private seed investor. Okay.
Yeah, no, this is the very first round, those very initial guys, because they're trying to dump tokens is what it is.
I mean, it's
so look, a two-year vesting schedule, that's not a bad deal.
Yesterday? Wait, what am I in? Oh, I'm not in my account, that's why.
No, yeah. No, it went down a little bit, but it was by far the best performer route, and DFYM were the best performers in my portfolio yesterday. I mean, what's it at, like 72 right now or something?
I don't know. Let's see.
Hold on, I got it right here. I mean, it was up to 81, then it went back to 70. It's all on the router mainnet launch, which is coming.
Ohm is down below 900.
Hey, also, a lot of people have been tracking liquidity and inverse finance. And there's
liquidity.
Yeah. What do I call it?
Liquidity.
Oh, yeah, liquidity split. Yeah. Sounds like a rug pull.
Yeah. But, DeFi's doing okay.
Lots of small wallets have been buying both those tokens.
Which ones?
Inverse and what did you just say? What was the token you were talking about?
Ohm? DeFi?
Damn it. Oh, no, liquidity and inverse. Same wallets are buying that. And there's a lot of people buying. So,
okay.
And then also this other one pops into that mix too. Like half the wallets are also buying Corgi or something like that. COR, which I think is another dog thing or something. I mean, I'm not, but there's a lot of activity there. So just track that.
Have you used Vfat lately?
No.
So I hadn't either until I got this interview set up. I'm excited. They have a new version coming up because I love what this tool does, right? This tool, and it's something I didn't realize when I first started using it. This tool shows you all the pools on a protocol, on a project, across an entire chain. But this actually eliminates the user interface of the pool. So you can do everything here across pools. Now, what's it lack? What does it lack? It lacks a lot of shit. And the problem is that you can't sort, you can't find by APY. But once I'm really hopeful that the new version of Vfat is going to have some of those capabilities, filtering, sorting, etc. Because if it works, this can become your primary interface to everything you're doing, right? Theoretically, you can do that now, but you can't search. You can't go looking for the pools you want to be in an easy way. So you have to kind of scroll through this here. I'll show you. Let's see if this Phantom list loads up. You have to scroll through this giant list of pools, right? So here's 42 pools listed for Phantom. And it'll show you how much you have in them. It shows you what their APYs are, et cetera, et cetera. And then you can actually do staking, unstaking, and claiming directly in this interface. So theoretically, if they improve this interface, make it filterable, make it searchable, and then give you your own dashboard view of all the ones that they find that you're in, like you can tag them as a favorite or something. This is going to be a really powerful interface because number one, it's pretty fast. But number two, I've said this a long time. The best wallet is going to be the wallet that allows me to interact with all the protocols I'm in through the same interface, right? Except for those cases where there's some unique function. What I want to see MetaMask do is build a language that allows all protocols to implement their interface in wallet with simple controls and communicate with people who are investing in those projects, via messages. But I should not have to have 12, 15, 20 tabs open in my browser to manage my money. So I think Vfat's very close to it. MetaMask is interesting. Multi-farm something, whatever they are. Yeah, also very interesting in terms of aggregating data. But the ones that allow me to interact are going to be the ones that get my attention. So I'm hopeful, very, very hopeful the new version's coming out. It's going to have those kinds of capabilities because if it does, it'll be very powerful.
So we just got. I mean, the look is obviously it looks like dot matrix printer and
it's like a DOS interface. It's like a command line. It's a command line interface, right? Which makes it very fast, but
not user friendly.
Not user friendly, but if they start adding across the top, if they add like filtering, searching, favoriting capabilities, I'd use this shit all day long just because it's simplified. I would much rather have a UI. I'd much rather have a UI for interacting, but for going, I mean, look at all the chains they have up here. Like they have just about everything you could want to be involved in: Thundercore, Fuse, OKEX, AVAX, Avalanche, Phantom, Polygon, Ethereum, BSC. I mean, everything is here. So anyway, we'll see what they say and what's going on with it.
That's cool.
Take it from there.
I'm going to start messing around in there a bit just to see what
so here, you want to stake on Spooky Swap and
you're on Phantom? Okay.
Yeah, what are they earning? This is WFTM and Boo, 53.71%. You connect your wallet to this. I already have done that. And you can stake, man. Now I don't have the tokens to stake right now, but it's a pretty fantastic interface when you think about it, because now you don't have to go to all the websites to interact and see the status of your stuff. So if they aggregate what I'm in, give me search, give me filter, and let me favorite some things to keep an eye on, and also surface things by topic. Like let's say I want to see everything on Polygon, Phantom, Avalanche, and whatever, Thundercore. I want to keep a default filter in search, and that everything that has more than 400% APY.
Yeah, right? I like that.
And then every day I see what's new. And so, it gives you the ability to really dive in and see the shit you really want to see, right? So more conservative people can do more conservative stuff. Anyway, I'm excited to see what version 2 has, because these guys have done a great job. The other interesting thing here is, if I don't know if you remember that scam we got into that was paying like the referrals on it, and it was in Vfat. What I didn't know.
What scam was that? I don't remember.
I don't remember what it was. Some silly token thing that I jumped into, wasn't paying attention to, and I saw that it was on Vfat. So I thought, oh, Vfat's doing some kind of pool. That's cool. So I jumped into it. Well, don't assume if you're in vfat.tools domain that it's legit, because vfat.tools allows developers to launch on their interface
directly.
So you don't even need a website. You just create deploy your smart contract and point to the pool on the chain you're on, and use the Vfat interface, right? So a little bit of a risk, but that's chances we take.
This is raw intel right here. So what you do is you look at it, and then you analyze it, and you do your own research, and you figure out what makes sense for you.
Yeah,
but this gives you, what's beautiful about this, Brad, is this gives you every potential thing here.
Yeah.
One I see here, I'm not in it, but a lot of people that I know are in Elk.
and that was pretty hyped for a while there with Doki.
Yeah.
Let me get on that network.
Just so you know, they call it the $3 stable coin now, is the slang for it. So, because it doesn't move around a lot. So
they call Elk that, or they call.
Well, the guys in the chat that I know are calling it the $3 stable coin. But the reason, look, they're on like 12 chains, I think, or something. They're like everywhere. Yeah. But
like they don't even have this shit alphabetical. I mean, we could start there in version 2.0. Look at all these fucking pools. How am I supposed to find Elk? So what do I got to do? I got to do a Control F Elk.
It looks like it's about the 20th one down below Waka.
Let's see what they got going on. I haven't looked at Elk in probably what seems like years, and it's only been about 4 or 5 months.
I jumped in on day 1 or 2, threw a couple $100 at it. It went up to $1,000. I exited. And particularly one of my that day. So one of my someone I know was in there, and there was they drop these NFTs when they go to new chains to previous users, and there was this one called a moose NFT of some kind. You use it to boost yield and things like that. I think that's what you do. Well, they were talking about going. I saw this guy in who I know probably owns 25% of it. And he's screaming at not screaming, but he's like bitching at everybody because he didn't think they should be airdropping, the moose to some people, to everybody, not just the previous chain. Cause I guess they just do it to the last chain. So I saw all that squabble going on, and I'm like, frig it, I'm out. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So here, here's one 623.14%. Now in the interface, you can go out and see the actual where that pool is. Right. So you can go to Elk from the interface in the link and see the pool. Well, actually you can't, because the link didn't load up the pool. So I lied, but it's just theoretically, that's what should be what happened. I don't know what these plus and minuses are here. What does this do?
I don't have my wallet connected to it. So I can't
add liquidity. Oh, I see. Okay. Add liquidity, remove liquidity. What is this?
So it's a hot link right to the farm,
to the interface if you want to use it. But from right in here, you can say, look, I have Elk Shield LP, so I'm going to go ahead and stake it. Right. So they give you the link theoretically to create the liquidity, and then right from here you can go in and see it. And then once you're in, you can see what you have. Right. So let's go into what I'm in this wallet. What am I in? Time. Let me go look at time. Let me go to Phantom. Let's see if, I don't know if time staking would be in here or not. Let's check that out. I don't know if that's something they cover.
No, because we're just buying time and putting it in. But I bet the Blizzard would be there because you're staking the Blizzard on Spooky Swap. And what's the other one we're in? Snowcap. No, that's like time. That's just
it's not showing up. Wait, time is Avalanche. Duh.
Yeah.
That's so hard to keep track
of. I'm sorry. Maybe Geist. Look at Geist on Phantom. That would be interesting.
Yeah, but I don't have anything in Geist.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Let's see if they list it here anyway, just for shits and giggles. No. All right. So they're not listing those kinds of staking tokens. It's only liquidity pools and staking. What did you want to look at? Is Geist is that, right?
Yeah, let's take a quick look at Geist on Phantom.
Okay. What is that? Oh, I've got that damn plane video running. I'm like, what the hell is that noise over and over again? All right.
Yeah, yesterday my daughter sent me some highlight from, she likes this band. You probably know it, Avenged Sevenfold. And so I opened.
Why would I know it?
Yeah, it's just
dude, I'm the same age as you.
I'm like metal band, but very actually kind of fun though. But so she couldn't open it on her phone. She's at school, and so she sent me the link, and so I guess they block it or somehow. But so I opened it, and it was playing in the background yesterday when we were doing this, and I was like, "Where's that noise coming from?" I'm like, Brad, mute, and then I'm looking. No, it's running in my browser. So.
Oh, I'm in Phantom.
So what do you see?
Wait, Geist is Phantom?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Please hold. All right. I have a hard stop today in about 24 minutes. So if there's some other things you want to make sure and cover, we can. So here's Geist. Here's your APRs. Right.
Does it show the Grim one, just out of curiosity?
It does not.
Okay. Yeah. Because you staked the LPs there. I was wondering if.
No. Yeah. So hopefully they can move to staking too.
Yeah.
Right. But anyway, great tool. If that's the kinds of things you're looking for. I think, here's the problem across the board in this industry right now is we have all of these awesome tools being built, Zerion, Zapper, Multifarm, Vfat, but none of them can cover everything, right? Not all of them are missing pieces. Debase, everybody is missing pieces to give you a full picture of what you're in and a full picture of what you want to be in. So I'm kind of hoping that that over the next year we'll start seeing some mergers of some of these projects, right? Because they're all collecting the same kinds of data, and somebody says, "Wait a minute, let's put this all together and build an interface around this, and let people manage their finances completely." In one place, right? Still decentralized. It's just an interface to all the smart contracts. That's the idea. But let me see everything I'm doing and everything I might want to be in. So anyway,
the kayak of DeFi.
Exactly. Right. I mean, that's what all these guys are trying to be. That's what these guys want to be. That's what Multifarm wants to be. That's what Zapper and Zerion and Debase want to be. But they're all missing chunks. And the problem is that it takes so many resources to add and support a protocol, right? They've actually got to write code to connect to it. And they've got to make sure that it works the way they think it's supposed to work so that the data they present is accurate. And that's a difficult thing to do. And it's difficult to have enough developers to do it. But if you combined all of these teams together, 5, 6, 7 teams together, or at least 3 or 2 of them, then you'd have triple the resources and the much better chance of capturing more of what's going on.
Yeah, no, I agree. Somebody, seems like it'd be pretty easy to aggregate all that stuff together.
Yeah.
And pull it. So people pull the data they want.
What the fuck? Vfat. What? Vfat 10,000%. See, makes me think this is going to be one of those Multifarm is inaccurate ones. Greater than 10,000% for staking Vfat.
You know what you missed is that I think it was yesterday, the day before, Coin Market Cap was mispricing either PBR or Define. I can't remember. But all these people woke up to seeing that token at like $30 on Coin Market
shit.
Cap and thought they were friggin' millionaires. And then all of a sudden it went back to like,
that's so sad.
I know.
Oh,
I know.
You call the wife over. Look, we have $10 million.
Oh no, we're down one.
That sucks. That's so brutal. They should send those people tokens just for the fucking heart attack.
One thing I did want to point out, or were you going to talk about that? I was just going to roll.
No, go ahead. I'm trying to find it.
You find it that Loopring LRC is the Wall Street Bets favorite right now, and it's been moving. So look, $7 billion in volume on a $3.7 billion market cap coin. So there's a lot of action on LRC Loopring.
Okay.
Now. So just everybody take a look, see what you think, whatever, do your own research. And then I love this story. We talked about Curve Wars a few weeks ago or a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Well, there's this big. I think you meant this guy Andre Cronje or whatever.
Oh yeah, well yeah, he's the primary developer of Phantom. What's what we talked about yesterday? He built Yearn.
So he popped up a tweet. I put it in the Telegram feed for you. So about Mochi, which was,
that thing shut down last night. Where is
that? Well, he and Tetranode destroyed it.
Yeah.
Because they were doing it looks like a 9-9 type thing. The Mochi guys were doing it to jam up the liquidity pool on I think CVX Convex or something.
Yeah.
And that's the one that was formed by Curve to counter everybody. So this fight started. Yeah. So that's the thing. And the fight started. And so then you come in and you look at the Mochi chart. They totally destroyed it. The Tetranode, scroll down in the Telegram feed. You'll see a tactical nuclear strike tweet from about Tetranode. They came in and just gashed.
Love it.
I mean, just dumped everything and tanked it because they were so pissed off. So, and then another more DeFi wars, all of that. But I think it's just super interesting to see how these battles go down when it's whale on whale. And then somebody, the Tetranode guys popped up and go, look, they were looking at the price oracle for Mochi in Mochi.
Yeah, it's like written into code. It's not even an oracle. It's like whatever price they put in.
Let's put in 10. Let's put in
look at this, man. This is great in real time, killing it. I love that.
Yeah, so they just came in.
That's friggin' awesome.
Destroyed the farm, basically.
I love it. Love it.
So I thought that was kind of interesting. If anybody's been following Curve Wars, and we talk about CVX a bit every now and then. So, I haven't bought any yet, but a lot of people are buying. And then also, like the other one people were buying, Lido, LDO. But the other thing I had to cover was, DokiDoki has a gotcha coming out tomorrow at 2 a.m. UTC. And it's a Murakaruki, who's a big time NFT artist. And it's like
there it is.
All small release stuff, 6 1-1s, 3 or 4 3-3s,
8 3-3s, 2 15-15s. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. So the price is high.
0.2 ETH, nice.
Yeah.
Woo!
But look, if you get a 1-1 on that, I haven't open seed this stuff, but I'm betting these 1-1s are going to be worth, I don't know. I'm just speculating, but I mean,
when is he launching this? 2 a.m. UTC tomorrow.
Yeah, so that sounds
What's
like
the math on 2 a.m. UTC?
I think it's 10 p.m. tonight, East Coast time, U.S. East Coast.
Oh,
it's sort of my read.
I'm so tempted. I really don't want any more NFTs right now, but I'm really 9 p.m. 9 p.m. tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern. Yeah.
Okay. So, but if anybody hasn't played this stuff and wants to take a shot, this is a good shot, I think, because what kills NFT value is when it's a 300 out of 300 or a 3,000 out of 3,000. These 1-1s and 3-3s, that's big time. And so Searlight sold that 1-1 for 35 ETH.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I haven't checked. We should check out Murakurki. What his name?
Folks, here's where you'll go to take part in this. Okay, so this is DokiDoki. They have what are called gachapon machines, which are the physical versions of those machines are incredibly popular in Japan. And the idea is you spin and everyone pays the same price. You load up a machine and you put in your tokens. You spin for the NFTs. This is that machine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you spin, you deposit ETH, you connect your wallet. It'll see how much you have. And you say, I want 1 spin. I want 5 spins. I want 10 spins, whatever. 10 spins would cost you 2 ETH. Is that right? Am I doing the math right? No.
Yes.
Yeah. 2 ETH. So, and then randomly you will get one of these NFTs, right? So the beauty of it is everybody pays the same price. Mm-hmm. Everybody pays the exact same price on DokiDoki.
So it's like a fair launch for NFTs.
You have as much opportunity to get $1 million NFT or $500,000 or $20,000 NFT as a whale does with $10 million, because the whale can't spin it any faster than you can spin it, right now. They could load up 25 tabs and 25 wallets and try to get it that way, but it's much more difficult with DokiDoki. It makes it much fairer. And it's fair for the artists. It's easier for the artists. It's just a superior model as far as I'm concerned for NFTs. So
I agree 100% with everything you said. I mean, the thing also is that the random number generator is Chainlink.
Correct.
So that the Chainlink integration here, so you can trust it.
Yep.
That it's going to be random. So that's where I think that this concept of RNG, fair launch, NFTs, this could go into a whole bunch of other areas. And we've talked about this a couple times, but I think about esports and NFT, again, Veil, those kind of things, where you want a new outfit. It's like you're doing a big multiplayer game. Well, what if you could spin for that outfit?
Absolutely.
In game. I mean, to me, or in a metaverse, there's a casino with all these gachapon machines stacked up in it, like a slot machine room. These are things that bring equality to the opportunity, for the crypto folk. Whether you have $20 in crypto, well, you're not going to be spinning this machine. But my point is, if you have 1,000 or you have 1 million, you have equality on this platform.
Yeah.
That's what I find.
Well, there's a couple of more exciting things coming for DokiDoki. I might as well spread a little alpha. We are working on, I don't want to give too many details, but a friend of ours has, a metaverse based on Minecraft. And I think we're going to do the land plot sales on there. So that's good news. They're going to take care of that. Ray and Corey are talking about that. I have no idea where that stands, but hopefully they'll do that. And then there is another play to earn platform coming in.
I saw this cool one in New Zealand. Is that the one you're talking about? Like Island or something like that? Or
it could be, Joe. I don't know if it's secret or not. I don't want to say.
Yeah, don't say. No. I've seen a lot of these press releases from these other metaverses that are talking about
I interviewed the founder.
Deals. Oh, okay. All right.
I interviewed the founder yesterday for the show, and really, really, really impressive. Like, really impressive team, impressive model, impressive plans, impressive modeling for how they're going to get regular gamers on board. There's no upfront cost. It's not like Axie or Cometh or anything else where you have to buy something to get in. You do not have to buy anything to start playing. You just have to have a license for the game. It'll be available on the major computer game stores. And the elements in the game are NFTs that will be tradable on the open markets. Really powerful model, very popular genre, and a real pretty significant company behind it. So,
well, it's look, I own, just so everybody knows, I do own Doki and Azuki.
Right. Full disclosure, we both own tokens and NFTs.
And I've been in there since, I want to say, early February.
Yeah.
And, I think I got in, my Doki cost in is about 25 all in. And I think Azuki, I'm at like 5 cents or something. Well, both those tokens ran up to Doki went to 500 and Azuki went to $2 roughly. Of course, I trimmed a little at that point. But then, it went back down once May hit and, that June, middle of May to middle of July sort of slump we were in. And because they're on Polygon, they don't get a lot of exposure to the ETH, to the NFTs, because most of those are on layer 1 ETH. But, the OpenSea has a separate section for Polygon. So, this is one that when anybody ever asks me what looks interesting, Azuki, at what is it, 6.5 cents right now or something?
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that, that looks like a pretty good deal. And I
trust
room
to grow. And we know the team. We like the team. They're good people.
They're honest.
Their interest is very much oriented to the art, the artists, and fairness for users. It's great. Yeah. Of course, the one I like the most, it's a 3 of 3.
Really? All right, hold on. Let me pull down my, get that up real quick. I was looking at the Telegram.
I do like this. I actually like this purple one too. Oh, I guess most of these are 3 of 3s. 15 of 15s on these down here. This one's a 3 of 3. I like it a lot because I'm a big purple fan. But I like this one. This one. What's the animated movie about Halloween?
Oh, animated movie about Halloween.
Oh, it has a similar look and feel and style. This one I really, for some reason, I'm really drawn to. And that's the cool thing about NFTs, right? It's what you like. It's what appeals to you.
Yeah, that's what I look at it too. If I find it to be, a night, just like you go to a museum and you look at paintings on the wall or sculptures or whatever, you look at the stuff you like.
Yeah.
So, what is this one called? Is this Four Seasons?
Yes.
Okay.
This is my I want Spider Lily feeling. That's the one I want.
The first one?
Oh, this one, no, this reddish one. I love that.
That purple one is gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
So
all right. What else do we want to cover today? Because I'm got to wrap here in about 5 or so. I got to go check on the migraine situation.
Yeah, go check the DeFi Pools out. Router, again, they're putting out, the notice yesterday that release is imminent. So that's the cross-chain protocol where I believe you can go to one place and trade tokens on the other platforms too at the same time. Right. So maybe sell it on Polygon, but then buy on Phantom in one thing. Stuff like that, where you can pull the best price across multiple chains. So if you're not in there, I would say go get some at this point, and at least get into a couple of those pools, because there's a pool rollover, I think, on Matrix Swap today. There's a lot of high yields, multi-hundreds of percents in there. And the PBR, Polka Bridge is there, Matrix, Curve, Aave, all the some big ones, some small ones. So I would say take a look at that. Lots of yield, lots of rollover coming. Of course, the quick swaps got tons of high yield stuff in there. I'm only in the EROAN/Atom pool, hanging in there. And then, of course, Crystal. Crystal has a couple of good pools. I'm hanging there.
Me too.
And then over on Avalanche, Phantom, Geist, again, I'm adding, even though that's down, because there's going to be another run there. I'm not too worried. That's just whales selling right now.
And you're printing money.
Yeah. I mean, I've kind of tripled my stake there already, dollar-wise, even with corrections. So,
right.
And it's a nice platform. And, just think about if you, we're scoring a bunch of Aves at $1, and all of a sudden, Aves at $3.20 now. So, or Quick Swap, which was like $8 for the longest time, all of a sudden it's $500. So, to me, Geist is one. Just, park something you can forget about in the farms and just, earn them. And then,
here's the danger of multi-trillion-dollar earnings, right? People don't believe it. Company? This is Snowbank.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yields. Yeah, got it. Yields.
Yeah. So Snowbank on Avalanche, Ohm fork paying big yields. It's fun. It's exciting. It was in the trillions. I don't know what we're at right now. But here's what you get, right? You get people saying, well, number one, those are really high yields. I don't know how long they're going to last and how long this thing is. So what am I going to do? I'm going to get the yields every day and I'm going to sell them, right? Because I got enough in there. When you think about the mentality of it, how you would approach it, right? Okay, I put $5,000 in there, right? I don't know if this thing's legit or not. I don't know if these guys are legit or not. I don't know anything about them. So I'm earning 2 trillion APY, which whatever that translates to daily, math guy, but it's a lot. So every day, what do? You skim out what you earned because you want to make that money, and you don't care because the next day you're getting 2 trillion. So you get your 5,000, you're just dumping every day, this is when it becomes unsustainable because you end up with this flop, pump, flop, pump, flop, and this chart to me just looks weak, right? And now the
Wonderland, or is that Snowbank?
Snowbank. The good news is at the APYs, I don't know what they're paying right now. Where are we right now?
3.5% a day, 18.6% over 5 days, 26 million percentage APY.
Oh, so it's dumped pretty hard, right? Because it was at 2.4 trillion yesterday.
Yeah, but the TVL has gone up significantly.
Yeah, definitely 91 million. But here's the thing: people are going to keep scamming. I mean, not scamming, but skimming, skimming their yields, right? Because they don't know if it's real or not. Good news is, if this thing stabilizes and these guys are legit, then the earnings you get prior to this, if you keep them in, which I'm doing, look, I don't have a ton in there. I don't even have a full token in there. I mean, stake.
No, I don't either.
But that earnings keep staking and compounding. I'm going to take the chance because I think it's worth it.
Well, look, you're so early. If you look at that, what is it? We're at a 1.29 index.
Yeah.
We've got a price of, the price was at 4,000 this morning. Now it's back down to 3350 ish. Market cap 211 million. I mean, to me, if you're going to play these deals, I just leave it.
Yeah.
And because you don't put money in, you can't lose.
Right.
Okay. And because we don't know who they are. I mean, it looks good. There's, Snowbank is tied into some other group that was, promoting them a little bit. Wonderland, same thing. I've tripled in Wonderland so far. Good. I don't have a ton in there. It's like a $9,000 token or so. What is it now? 83.50.
Yeah, it's down today too. Everybody's down.
But look, the game is that that's only 79,000 APY. But the longer you're in these and forget about them, the more money there is. And so, that's my rationale or perspective. But again, I'm not dropping 100K in this stuff.
No,
I'm dropping a couple hundred, $1,000 maybe, something like that to start.
Yep.
And then you just let it run and forget about it. That's what these platforms are for, because they rebase 3 times a day for you. You don't have to go pull it, sell it, put it back in. So they don't have these emission problems unless you have people dumping.
Right. And I think it's a fact. Like, look, and it's crazy to say this. I mean, these are nuts, insane words. 79,000 APY is far more reasonable. Than
T-bill.
2 trillion or even 26 million APY. Right. But that's where our minds are right now. Our perceptions are that, this is so much less. But if I'm making all this, I'm just going to keep dumping it because I'm making bank here. Right. And I don't care. Right. That's the thing. You don't care about it. So here's another differentiator. You go from time at 79,000, you go to Ohm at 8,000. Well, which project do I have more confidence in? Snowbank at 26 million, time at 79 million, or Ohm with an unbelievable community and only at 8,008% APY, which is still fucking ridiculous. It's still fucking ridiculous. To us, that is a conservative play. 8,000% APY.
Yeah, but the play is
what the fuck?
Yeah, but you know them. Okay, right. So you know their strategy. Yeah, we don't really know we can guess what Blizzard and Snowbank are trying to do. It's pretty easy to figure that out, but we don't know them. Yeah. We know that Geist was heavily involved with the Blizzard team to form it and has essentially, I don't want to say endorsed, but they're supportive. Yeah. And we know what ones that Ohm supports. Does Ohm support Time Wonderland? Or is that one they're friends with?
Well, there's been a little bit of a conflict there because originally there was the impression that Danielle was going to share, I think it was 30% back to the Ohm project. And those funds have yet to arrive in the Ohm wallet as yet.
I wouldn't expect them.
So,
Yeah. Well, my point is that, it's forking code for the most part, and it's making sure you get all the good stuff. So to me, you see other ones will start like that Morpheus Grim fight or whatever that was the other day, where they were all pissed because they didn't fork it exactly or something. Yeah. It's like the reason it's open source and forkable is you take what you want. Yep. So, but you kind of need to hope that the home team guys that you're taking it from say, hey, this is a cool project on the chain. It's can do some partnership stuff, whatever. And I think that's what you got with, some of these. Yeah. But the ones we don't know, I just let go. So.
All right, folks.
Gotta go.
Gotta go. Love you guys. Thanks for listening. Please share it, tweet it, rate us, review us, love us, tell the world about us. Thank you for listening.
Where's that wallet address?
Here's that wallet address. You want us to degen your project? Contact me, DM me, B05 Crypto on Twitter, and we will be happy to degen into your project with your money, and keep it.
All
Later,
right,
Joe.
buddy.
Have a
Love
great
that.
day. I'll catch you later.
All right, everyone.
Bye.
Talk to you later. Cheers. Bye.